number, big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Ay, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. This rushing attack sure looks pretty effective here on this opening drive.
Yeah, they're finding gaps with very little problem right now. If this is going to consistently be this way throughout the game, there's going to be some adjustments made on the defensive side of the ball.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 35 on second down, Murray. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 16. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this and, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Murray rolling to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. We're scoreless after 1. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Jump. 56, the mock boys, 56. Check, 56.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Come on, Shaq. Gator. Man out. Check. Match box. Right. Ball trot.
Haskins from his own end zone. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to Terry McLaurin.
And they give this time to the tailback. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. They'll try and get it with Geis. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there out of Geis. 51 yards.
That's another Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Peterson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Yeah, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Throwing on first down is Murray. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and the Redskins scoop it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
Second and 8 at the 43-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. Geis going right. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Geis. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now a toss. This is Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. He sets to fire deep. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield.
Touchdown, Washington! Darius Geis, 77 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, car on the wrist.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Geis, his first carry of the game. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lines.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Brees. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Ready. You're waiting. Right there, 56. Here it goes. Out.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, Brees. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Brees. He may try and run. Now Brees lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Brees' throw on target to Cook. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Check 55, come on. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brees. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas there to make the grab, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Geis on a handoff left. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run with Geis down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, pick your game up. He's cracked up.
On the ground, it's Geis. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check, 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 check.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 76 yards. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Go! I got him. He's mine. Short.
This is Geis. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Third down. Here's Haskins. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Out of the gun, Geis. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From just shy of midfield, Haskins. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Go. Some motion. Hayward. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
Third down. Here's Geis. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with fourth down, forthcoming. Here's Haskins, and this one complete to Reed. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Dancing to his left. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Jordan Reed has it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now it's Haskins to Thompson on the screen. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a... And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, as the first half is winding down, and the Redskins have once again taken the lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Redskins 17, Saints 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
It's taken to the 26. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Come on, let's go. Check, 47. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Here's Geis. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Demario Davis there on the stop. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Ready? 56. 56. Watch the pass. Go. 56.
Throwing on 2nd down. Haskins. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. 29 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Check safety.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's put that team on the
From the gun, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And this one complete to Smith. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a run with Geis. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm here all day.
On 3rd down, Haskins. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at FedEx Field, it's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. On the draw, they go to Geis. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
He was brought down by Von Bell.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Haskins to throw. And he's got it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
On 2nd and goal, Haskins. And it's caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Paul Richardson. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
They come out here in the eye. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Breeze now on first down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Thomas the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Breeze again here on second and 10. Well, this is caught by Ginn. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. Breeze now 11 of 16 through the air. It's first and 10. Breeze to throw again. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So first and 10 now from the 30. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
At the 26-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.